Y'all, so this Jai Opetaia fight is going to be sick. It is almost here, y'all, and we're going to talk about who's going to win, who's going to lose, some facts about it. Now, Jai Opetaia, he's coming in here undefeated, all right? He got 29 wins, and 29 of those wins, 23 of them, knockouts. You know what I'm saying? So, Jai Opetaia like to knock a lot of people out. That is, like, automatically known. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is Jai's Zuffa debut, right? So you know he gonna put on a show. You know what I'm saying? He's the biggest dude they signed so far. So you already know who's gonna win. Who would you put your money on? Keep it real. This is not gonna be an upset. I promise you. Now, this fight is gonna crown the first Zuffa champion. Now, could y'all see Glanton being the first Zuffa champion? No. I can see Jai Opetaia being the first Zuffa champion because they already talking about him being the best cruiserweight ever, holding the ring. He held the ring belt for the longest ever in history with like 20 belt defenses, cruiserweight. So, he's the man at cruiserweight. They even talking about him being better than Benavidez at cruiserweight. Only at cruiserweight, not in the whole boxing stuff, but at cruiserweight, Jai Opetaia, they talking about him being that dude. Now, Opetaia fought 3 times in 2025, and he defended the title each time. He just fought 3 times last year. He been active, all right? And now listen, Brandon Glanton, he is known for his pressure and power, right? So we do have to understand that he's not just going to give this to him. He's going to make them take it. He's getting paid to make Jai Opetaia have a hard time. He gets paid the longer he can get this fight to last. He gets a super big money if he can get a knockout. Super lot of money if he can get a win. If he gets beat up in the worst fashion, then he probably gets the less amount of money. There's incentives into Brandon Glanton trying to win and push Opetaia. Okay. So this ain't just set up for Opetaia to take this for free. He gonna have to go and get this, right? The IBF pulled their sanctioning. This just happening, and they threatened to strip Opetaia of the belt if he fights for this Zuffa belt. So if Jai Opetaia go and get this belt, they taking the IBF belt from him. So that belt that he been holding down and defending, they just gonna take it all from him, all his credit, if he goes and does this with Zuffa. All right, so IBF and Zuffa, they is beefing along with the WBC and all the other sanctioning bodies. So yeah, that's crazy. And Jai Opetaia, I don't think he cares. This is his biggest payday. He never made a lot of money. He's been messing with them, and he's done with them. There's nothing that they can really offer him to stay. Unless he really just wants to keep that IBF stuff and the usual boxing stuff. But this is a whole new chapter in boxing that he's opening up in a whole new door, and he's dealing with some people that's already up there. You got the UFC that he's dealing with, so he ain't gonna ever fall off. He's dealing with UFC and all this stuff, so he's dealing with people that are in the game hard body. It's not like he's going to some one-off people who are just trying something new and there's possibility of things failing and him going broke and all this stuff. That'll never happen with Zuffa. Zuffa is backed by Dana White, Turkey Al Sheikh. There's a lot of money in here. And I think boxers really respect it too, and they love it. Um, Now his Ring Magazine title is still on the line tonight. Ring Magazine is also owned by Turkey Al Sheikh, and Ring Magazine is in cahoots with Zuffa. They are cool with Zuffa. They're cool with everybody. Ring Magazine is really the only belt that really matters, really, 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 to a lot of people. Because they just don't take favorites, and they just don't take favorites. It's really for boxing. If you beat somebody, um the fair and square, that's just it. Not because Golden Boy and all these people, they be fixing up fights for these fighters, man. I'm telling you, like Victor Ortiz, I swear, they be fixing up fights for this guy. They won't let him fight Boots. Everybody want to see if he's the real deal against Boots. Even though he is the real deal, he has beaten some competition. But even when he beat that competition, I feel like the scorecards were terribly fixed up for him. Some of those fights, I think he actually lost or draw. So we're sick of it. We want to see real fights. it takes away from the sport when you got fixed up fights. Because I, for one, don't want to watch fake stuff, you know. And if I feel like something is fake, I don't want to watch it. Even if it's my favorite fighter getting beat, you know, it's hard for me to watch, but it happened. I give respect to the fighter who beat him. You know, I'm not going to want them to fix it up and make it look like my fighter won if he didn't. You know, that just takes away all the hard work and stuff that these people put in to be the best. Now you got a guy who ain't put nothing in just be the best. You know, it's terrible, right? And you know what? I've been talking for a little bit, and I'm ready to go back into the action right now. I'll be back with some more updates on this. Um, so yeah, get ready for the fight. It's almost gonna happen in about less than an hour. So go ahead and upload this video. By the time y'all watch this, the fight will probably be on.